So Larry Bird was quoted saying recently that playing in Boston was the best time of his life. He's having reflections. And I bring this up around this particular time because this is when the Celtics had that 85. They had won the chip in 84, had the massacre game where they beat the Lakers, then they lost the series in 85. The Lakers had beaten them, which was historical. Boston had gone to runs in a row. But he said the best time of his life. He embodied Boston, you know. He came from Indiana. He called himself the Hick from the French Lick. He definitely embodied the Celtics. He was definitely, when Red Auerbach got him, he got someone who definitely fit their style, just like Bill Russell did. But I think Larry Bird, the rawness of him, the passion of him, he was a tough dude who definitely fit. And, when you think about it and you reflect on it, um, it challenged him. It showed his leadership. It showed his qualities. I think there's times when people get on in life, they get humbled about experiences. They look at things in totality. They got a chance to reflect it, got a chance to feel it, to convey it, to converse it. Whereas they may not take that same road when they were younger, but as time goes on, they start to appreciate more because it tends to take a different hit, a different light. He definitely, when I think about that time period with the Celtics, it definitely hits a different way. Um, because he was, in the 80s basketball, if you grew up watching it, you knew Bird, all due respect to Parrish and McHale, and Casey Jones, the coach, and Dennis Johnson, and Ainge and everybody that they had, and ML Carr waving the towel and Chris Ford. But Bird was the embodiment of the Celtics. He really did. It was something magical about him because he could come up so big. He left such a lasting impression. And I don't know or think there's another place he could have gone where he could have had that kind of. He would have been a great player, but that kind of tenacity to fit in. You playing for a historically great team, and then you embody that, and then you take it on, and then you exude, and you just become part of it. Says a lot about the greatness of what he was about, his depth, his magnitude, um, the greatness that he was as a player. So I just think, when I hear him reflect, I think it's great because I think a lot of times he was low key. He wasn't putting himself out there in the business and he wasn't going on about that. But now that he's putting himself there, it's kind of like, okay, you know, it's like, all right, this is an interesting perspective. And, you know, um, that's a lot to think about because I think he deserves that edification. He was a great player, and I think he was a pretty humble dude, you know. And I think maybe in time I'd like to probably see someone like Tim Duncan do that because they remind me of one another like that. They just tore your behind up. Bird talk more trash than Duncan, but they were pretty low key, humble dudes who didn't paint a big old broad stroke, and it wasn't all cut and refined. They just did their work, lunch pail, beat your behind up, took your money, took their money, and went about their business. And you can appreciate that. So I think it's good that he's reflecting. When you grow up and watching certain people and you get to see them talk about their legacy and the impact, you can definitely appreciate that and how it hits. So, in the truth and totality. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and please give me your thoughts and your takes. Please hit that membership because when you do requests like this, I make truth. And I've talked a lot about Larry Bird and his impact. He's one of the greatest players ever, and I hold him in high regard. And it's good to hear him reflect. Peace and the best. I'm out one time. Stay safe, stay blessed. Cool. Peace.